A few years back, Tropical Storm Debbie was barreling down on Florida, and residents were told to get out of town, to get out of the storm's path. But not everyone was able to. As Tropical Storm Debbie hit land, it came into one particular trailer park, and it ripped the roof off of one trailer, and it lifted a little 3-year-old girl named Anne Marie 200 feet in the air and threw her 200 feet away. Little Anne Marie kind of illustrates how true it is that you can't avoid every storm that comes your way in life. But that doesn't mean you can't survive them. When the rescue teams and the cleanup teams came in to clean up after the storm's destruction, they came to the place where little Anne Marie was, and they lifted all the pieces of wood and the pieces of plastic and the pieces of metal off of her, and they found her there, alive. She was alive, and she was completely fine. And the reason she was alive and completely fine was because she wasn't alone in that storm. Her mother was also in the trailer with her. And her mother, when she saw the storm coming, she wrapped her arms so tightly around her little daughter to protect her. And when the wind lifted Anne Marie in the air, it also lifted her mother in the air. And when they landed, her mother's body took the brunt of the hit, protecting little Anne Marie. Anne Marie survived the storm, not because she was so strong, but simply because someone loved her. I'm guessing you know that it's true that sometimes storms hit us a little unexpectedly. Maybe you're in the middle of one. Maybe there's one coming this week that you're unaware of. But I'm guessing you've been hit by storms unexpectedly, and you wouldn't be the only disciple of Jesus for whom that's the truth. The disciples back in Jesus' day, they were in the middle of a storm too. In Mark chapter 4, it says, "A furious squall came up on the disciples when they were in a boat, and the waves broke over the boat so that it was nearly swamped. They were very afraid. They were in the middle of a storm that they couldn't control, but someone was in the boat with them. It was Jesus, who was sleeping. But they woke him up, and Jesus looked at the disciples, and then he looked at the storm, and he said, 'Shh, be still.' And the wind and the waves calmed down completely." Jesus got them out of that storm. And this is Jesus who knows what it's like to hang in the middle of a storm. Not in the middle of a storm caused by wind and waves and tropical storms, but a storm that was caused by a crown of thorns and nails and a whip in his back. And he could have avoided that storm, but he chose to hang in the middle of it anyway, because he wanted you to know how far he's willing to go to be by your side, how far he's willing to go to hold on to you, to keep you safe forever, so that the one thing you could know as you go through your storms in life is they might hit you, they might even surprise you, but they're not going to get the best of you. Can we pray for you as you're going through a specific storm this week? Leave a comment below and hit subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow when we continue to encourage you with the truth that you're going to be okay.